Jurassic Park.
Howdy, and welcome back to SciTrek, your sci-fi, TV, and movie channel.
Hello.
Oh, and of course, welcome back to the Radical Wasteland podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some things to discuss today.
Yeah, we do.
Just a few dozen. Mm-hmm. This episode was just jam-packed full of so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
This might have been my favorite episode of the season.
Yeah, I think so. A lot, like, it's...
It was either this one or when Bernard...
when Bernard
was found alive.
That was good.
That was amazing. I haven't had an audible response to anything in a TV show like that in a long time, and it was great. Save Lucas and Patrick. PK and Lucas Kyle need some help over there.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the kind of the beginning and the end of the episodes. That's kind of a good book not bookmark per se, but a bookend kind of spot right there, where Juliet sends them off. Of course, her and Camille and the Legacy agree that we're not going to send them off till dawn. And Juliet's like, no, you're going to find a way to kill them if that's the case. I'm going to get them out there in the middle of the night, which she manages to do.
Yep.
That's an awesome scene.
Yeah, it is. At first, I thought maybe it was the Legacy playing with their like helmets, like projecting like darkness or something.
Nighttime,
but then it was like, it is nighttime. Which was interesting that you don't think of this world as like, oh yeah, there'd be nighttime.
Yeah,
you just don't really think
dark
about
and dreary all the time.
Yeah.
You're like, the day still actually happens.
Yeah.
I loved obviously Lucas Kyle's reaction to walking outside and just staring at the stars was
right. Yeah, to see them
perfect.
with your own eyes. Mm-hmm.
I mean, through a helmet still, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
He's able to see. It was actually like witness the stars in that sense. Like it was one of those just subtle but beautiful little moments. It wasn't like over the top or overt or anything like that. It did exactly what it needed to. That was great. And then Patrick Kennedy.
Yeah.
PK just being like, there's a lot of dead people around here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know that's pretty. I was thinking about that. So every day in the lunchroom or whatever, you get a camera looking outside while you see like, decaying bodies laying there. It's like,
oh yeah, very happy-go-lucky for this island, of course.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, I guess it's a reminder of if you don't stay in line too. But
say you want to go outside, you're gonna go outside, but that's what you get if you go outside.
Yep.
The implications this episode brings on to like the entirety of the series is so cool. Where we've talked about for the last few weeks specifically, like, is the safeguard and the Legacy essentially like confirms certain aspects of things to us where the safeguard was paused momentarily over here, which is interesting. And it's not that if they were all outside and the safeguard gets enacted, is there constant poison gas just around all of the silos, and that's why all the
I think it's like clouds of nanites is what I think.
Is it? Is the
and
buzzing?
They kind of are dormant until
Well, yeah.
Another thing, or do the nanites coalesce into different forms?
They answer certain questions we have by giving us more questions to ask. It's like, what the hell is buzzing? It did sound like gunfire. So are there drones that are just shooting at people as they come out of these silos like this as well?
Right.
Or are they the nanites, like buzzing and actively getting together, and the metallic noises we hear aren't necessarily gunfire, but maybe something similar? Or do nanites have guns? How small are the nanites? Like, I don't...
Or nanites basically become bullets themselves, like form projectiles.
Yeah.
So it just sounds that way.
I hadn't even thought about that. I mean, that's another huge possibility.
Because we saw in Charlotte's plane, it turned into this goo or whatever. So I'm wondering if they can
and
take,
it started taking over the
different
technology.
forms or whatever, instead of, I don't know. We don't know if that's the case, but
every form of nanite tech we've typically seen, not every form, but the vast majority of nanites we've seen in like film and TV and stuff like that, any media kind of along those lines, tends to be kind of like a metallic thing that can form into other things. So
it's possible.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The other thought is, do they just have gas just constantly spewing outside of the silos? Is that why you need the good tape to work? And it's not necessarily the nanites or shooting people down or anything like that, but it is.
Do we 100% know it's gas? Because there's the pipe.
We do know it's a poison gas.
Solo did definitely say it was. Okay, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's so interesting. Grey Goo is the original. And Grey Goo is the title of the next episode.
Yeah.
It does feel like we're getting some lost stuff. I love though that this is
I thought that too. There was a little vibe of that in there.
Well, I'm so glad that it's not like an actual mystery box like Lost. There is an end in sight, and there is something that we're working towards, rather than just. And that's the thing that scares me the most about Pluribus. I definitely trust Vince Gilligan in making a show. Obviously, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, yada yada yada. But I don't know if there's an end in sight to that. It's just a really, really cool and good idea and concept. This has both a really cool, really good idea and concept, but it also has that succinct end in sight. And it's not just Hugh Howey's original novels right here. It's Graham Yost working alongside him to say, hey, we're going to add a little bit of extra. Can you come back and help us? And let's get to the same point. And oh, it's so good. So far. So good so far.
Yeah.
David, I think we're right there with you. We know.
Yeah. Well, one of them was on the radio. So, yeah.
At the very end of the episode, Juliet and Walk and Bernard and all of them call off the bombing of the pipe.
Yeah.
To say, not to say, but hey, Deputy Calso's here and I'm alive. We need help, kind of deal. We made it to level 17. Still talking code, which is not something you would think Patrick Kennedy can do, which is funny that it's kind of like, well, let us know ASAP. We need to stop the bomb from happening, and that's a good little moment. With Patrick Kennedy being the one to actually speak. I rewatched it this morning, and I was paying more attention because I have a bigger TV to look at in my house rather than the one I watch when we're doing watch parties in here. And obviously looking at chat, talking to Melvin, talking and hanging a little bit too. I'm not catching as many things as I am when I'm just watching it by myself. And the final thing you hear from Lucas Kyle before the radio cuts off when they're walking towards 17 is obviously the gunfire or gunfire, quote unquote.
Right.
But you do in the subtitles here, grunt, gasp is the last thing you hear from Lucas Kyle's character right there. So grunt makes me feel like he got hit by a bullet. He got hit by something.
Right.
What that is, we're going to have to find out. But I think Kyle lives as well, Lead Farmer. I believe so. You don't let Lucas Kyle die that way. Like, that's my man. He's great. I want him to look at stars more. He's awesome. But I am happy PK made it out alive because I was really worried he was going to be the red shirt this episode. Like, oh.
Yeah, he did seem like a character, and he still might die. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. It's kind of interesting.
I'm intrigued. I don't know where his end goal is because I don't know. After him walking outside and seeing the amount of dead bodies that he saw, I don't think he would be inclined to just be like, oh yeah, let's let me just walk around and take my suit off and go live out in the world like I was originally intending to do. Because from the world he's been able to see, at least so far, in the middle of night and stepping over a bunch of corpses, it's not necessarily a world you want to go back out into. Maybe that hole in the ground he was so intent on escaping is the best choice from where he finds himself. It's great. I think more and more writers have grown up on anime and Game of Thrones where no one is safe. Definitely. And that's one of the interesting things about this show is you know most of the people are going to survive, but you know something's going to happen. And there's always just a little something that's going to happen.
Yep.
And the safety aspect of it for your character-wise was kind of thrown out when Will Patton and then Mayor Johns both died so quickly back-to-back in that first season. And you're just... Oh, I thought these were regulars. I thought they were going to be here for the whole series kind of deal. Negatory Ghost Rider, not right there. It's... I don't know. I can just gush about the show all day.
Final Solution was blocked in 17. Maybe?
I think
because the algorithm or legacy or whatever you call it, we'll say legacy, said something about the safeguard did work or whatever. That was
because he said it momentarily was paused.
Or there's different levels to it. It's not just one thing. There's different ones in place for whatever the situation is.
My theory is the reason life hasn't, because it's been 300 plus years, whether it's a nuclear wasteland on top of nanite wasteland or whatever. Maybe if nanites are just like eating the whole world or something like that. That's I don't even know where to begin theorizing there. Essentially, that could just be a whole different animal in and of itself. But my kind of theory from this is, it seems like that poison gas is outside. And because we did see all the people start falling down and dying last season when the whole Silo 17 escapes.
It could just be breathing in nanites, though, and then they kill you.
Well, I think there was one sentence that persuades me otherwise, at least. Even though I don't know how the nanites are going to play into the end game here as we get into the final episodes of this season and into the final season next year. The nanites are still like, what? It's just like that weird asterisk just looming over everything. But I think it's poison. Nanites got on Congressman's sister's skin and she lived. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I'm with you.
Well, it depends what they're programmed to do.
This is true. But I think it's poison as well that's killing everybody. Because one thing that Juliet says in the episode that we just watched, she says when they're talking, and when she's kind of fretting there and sitting there about, do I release this poison? They're saying the mayor was voted in. I was voted in as mayor. I should make the decision for the entire silo. And Bernard's correct in that sense. If there's anybody else, it shouldn't be Camille, it shouldn't be Bernard, it shouldn't be Robert that is making these decisions for the silo. Or even Judge Meadows in days past. Juliet is the only one that's truly been elected like that. And it, of course, wasn't not kind of propped up by Robert in a sense, but also they wanted Juliet to be mayor. So in that sense, if anybody's going to make that decision, it should be her. And while she's fretting with it, she says, I don't know if the gas is even smellable or the poison is even smellable.
Right.
I don't know if it's even visible or anything. Yeah. And with that, if it's not smellable and not visible, how do you think 10,000 people jumped out of a silo and died? Mm-hmm. It's my first thought right there. I like obviously the gunfire and the nanites and drones, whatever the existential kind of cherry on top is there. I'm not entirely sure what any of that's gonna have to play with. But from the details they've given us just about the safeguard poison, and then saying the safeguard momentarily did not work, and then they all got outside and died, and it didn't look like, well, we saw everybody die. They didn't get shot down. We know that. We know they didn't get shot down unless it's a tricky angle or something like that.
Right.
So
yeah, they could have breathed in gas like on their way out, and it just took it. There was a moment of, there was a time before it actually took effect or whatever. Yeah.
And I still kind of like the thought of the fact that everything we've seen around all the silos just being dead like that might be the fault of gas, because there wouldn't be new life being grown. There wouldn't be grass. There wouldn't be little saplings or anything like that growing around a poisonous gas that air is not comfortable and air is not safe to breathe. And we're too far past like a nuclear apocalypse in the sense of like a nuclear winter and stuff like that for life to not be growing back. I mean, we have Chernobyl and all kinds of different things to tell us otherwise. And if the science is true to what we would expect a nuclear wasteland to look like, the nuclear winter only lasts months to years. And this is a few centuries past. So my best guess is that gas. It was nuclear, then poison is my take. I think I'm with you. And good point, Led. Drones with guns would have been neutralized by nanites, unless the nanites, of course, program not to attack specific hardware.
And we don't know for sure if it is drones with guns. It just sounded like that, but we don't know.
It did sound like
that's the case. We'll find out, hopefully.
And, potentially. And you know what? It once rained for 2 million years. Yeah, I mean, the Earth is very interesting. I was going to say insane, and it is. But it's very interesting. Yeah, friendly drones and nanites is possible. If made by the same company, same equipment, same technology, maybe the nanites wouldn't attack that. And if Per Stinson, of course, is the guy behind all of this, which we know he is to a degree.
Yeah.
I could see his technology not wanting to mess with his other technology, essentially.
Do we think that he has sort of the hubris, the arrogance, because we introduced gene editing, that he knows how to do that, and they were like, they're like beyond CRISPR or whatever, being able to, they were going to make
CRISPR Fisher Price.
Yeah, exactly. That they were going to make a unicorn and then just abandon it or whatever because that billionaire just wanted to pay him money to hunt it or whatever. So he was like,
which was interesting because he was like, fucking billionaires ruin everything. And that's from the richest guy in the world or so on and so forth. The unicorn hunt. Yeah.
Right. Do we think that this is some sort of deliberate, let's do some sort of like Earth reset?
I think so. I mean, like from what we've heard from Per so far.
Clear off the face of the Earth will, like, and it just hasn't quite worked. Of course, it hasn't quite worked the way it should have. Are they, are they looking to have the next, anyway, there's theories I have, but I don't think it's true. I was wondering if like the gene editing was for like the people in the silos being affected by gene editing. Are they trying to slowly evolve humans into something? I don't think that's probably true though, but anyway.
I don't know if they're evolving humans necessarily, but that is interesting. Sorry, I just had to make sure I put some bug spray on before I sit in the garage for 2 hours. Gene edit equals the syndrome.
Oh yeah, the syndrome. Yeah, they've never really explained exactly what that is.
Well, that's kind of like the whole memory loss stuff has to be gene editing incorporated.
Yeah.
Obviously, Victor.
Billings got better. So what was that?
Oh, from the syndrome. Well, okay, I don't think the syndrome is from gene editing. Well, it could be. It seems more psychological.
Mm-hmm. I think that's mentioned before that maybe it's because humans weren't meant to live underground.
Yeah, I think that's more psychological. But it very well could be related.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's something to think of. I don't know if they'll go back to it, but
well, every single little moment of this entire series seems to have mattered. We've got George's ex-girlfriend coming back and doing stuff now, and this episode we got just got severe alert from the UK about wildfires. First alert ever. I hope you're safe, Peter. Around LA, Los Angeles, it's always crazy. There's literally a fire season, and it's not a good time of the year necessarily.
Yeah, up here in Washington too, big part of Spokane burned down. So
yeah, hope y'all are safe out there. Call in some nanites to fire down or something.
Fire suppressing nanites. That's right. Maybe that will be invented one day.
David literally just said the same thing. Wow. Yeah, hope y'all are safe. That's wild.
I saw something news that it's like the drought is bad and you're getting another heat wave again. Yeah. Anyway, getting off track.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, fire brings us right back to this season of Silo in a lot of ways. Just makes me think of old Crispy Bernard. Or CRISPR with the gene editing again.
It turns out he's part of the Flame Keepers, or was aware of the Flame Keepers? Because
he was definitely aware of the Flame Keepers.
What was that book called? Whatever. I just assumed that was a written history that the Flame Keepers had. That the journal or something. What was it called? I can't remember exactly.
The Mission Diary.
The Mission Diary. So that's a thing too. The mission. What's the mission?
Well, they did say that right after. It was the mission was the name of a porter. It was just the name of somebody, and the porter was a flame keeper within the Salvador Quinn 140 years ago.
Right.
Rebellion.
Right.
And submission diary essentially. Yeah. He essentially. Mission, this character from 140 years ago, was writing down and keeping tabs on Flamekeeper stuff, but his final report was losing memory and people dying and falling off the sides. And that's when Bernard says, hey, 2,000 plus people died or jumped to their deaths or blew up the stairs throughout the rebellion process. And that's what Salvador Quinn had to do to save these people. Was put the water in there, or put the vitamin D in the water, and it killed 2,000 plus people. If you want to mitigate the amount of people dying, you should blow up the safeguard and get the gas out. And that was interesting, where, hey, that could kill up to 1,000 people, but it's not the same ramification that's going to happen if you don't.
Right.
Which is just a little bit of a heavy weight to put on Juliet in the middle of the episode. just a tad,
and she didn't ask to be mayor, they just made her mayor.
and she has no memory of being elected mayor either, which is crazy.
No, because I think they elected her when she was still recovering, when she was out.
They were going to kill her, and the only reason she survived was because they elected her mayor. Make her unkillable. This episode was just full of lore drops in so many different little spots.
Yes.
And it was so good.
Yeah. And then we didn't even get to stuff with Nock's dad.
Oh, that's a whole different.
And what's going on there, and what's the project he was working on.
Oh, I think we know.
That they had to fake his death. Yeah, I think that's where we still haven't seen, when we were watching from the trailers or whatever, the stuff about we see Solo and stuff in these tunnels and everything. So obviously we now know that Lucas and Kennedy are over. Should revisit those pictures, because I think that's going to tells us that Lucas and Kennedy are alive, I believe.
Which pictures?
Those pictures of them they're running through these tunnels, and you saw Solo. And I think we see Lucas too.
In the trailer?
Yeah, I think we had looked at these pictures before. It was from that was it a trailer or just pictures? I don't remember, but that video they put out that had a bunch of clips in it, and it was kind of right before the series came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me hop on YouTube and we can kind of pull something up and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Never mind. Saw something when I hopped on YouTube. I'm not gonna.
Oh yes, I noticed that earlier too, and I thought, oh, that's interesting timing. Anyway,
with someone that's not controversial at all and not spent a lot of.
We don't need to talk about that right now.
Bad ways.
We don't need to draw attention to that. Anyway.
Nope. But yeah, let's dive back into this trailer real fast. I'm not seeing the other thing.
Because I thought like towards the end of that, was it the trailer or was it that video? I don't remember where we got those pictures from, but I remember us going through the pictures and talking about it.
Okay, there's no sound on here, so we can kind of just check it out till
the trailer. Yeah.
Sims and Helmet has to be coming up soon. And the tunnel was the rat poisoning. Yeah. No memories. Yeah, we need to see if there's anything that we haven't seen yet in the trailer to kind of allude to. But besides, of course, Helen and Daniel walking into the actual silos themselves.
Right. The fake video, the hills, her flashes of memory.
PK!
Yep.
All right. Yep, that first meeting. Which you could just tell Harwood was going to be a shitbird just from that meeting.
Right, yeah.
Harwood is an interesting character.
Yep, there's the bomb thing.
Okay, so we're finally getting that.
Yeah. Flash. We've seen this before.
Yep, here's the rat information. The Pez.
This right here. It was just that little bit right before there. Right after she flicked the Pez. Yeah.
These tunnels.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen that yet.
Can we tell who that was? That looks like Steve Zahn right there. Oh, it won't let me zoom in. But that kind of does look like Steve Zahn, and
yeah,
it looks like a female character. Is it Hope?
I don't know, or one of the other. There was what was the one girl they called her? That bad name. Not a bad name, but like she was a
she was Eater.
Eater.
And then she became Hope after that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Juliet with the bulletproof remark was great.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just wondering if there's like, they're connecting like underground, because you got, Knox's dad was doing something for Harwood that they had to like fake his death. So what is that? Unless it would be.
I don't think it was Harwood. I think it was. I never remember the guy in the wheelchair's name. Don't they just call him Wheels or something like that?
I think they do.
I feel bad not remembering his name. Wheels. That'll be our nickname one way or another.
Yeah.
He tells Knox that his dad engineered something for Harwood.
Yes.
And ran into, I forget the wording that they said, but it was something along the lines of ran into like an impassable object.
Right. That's probably the wall of 17, maybe.
It's either the wall of 17 or it's the tunnel that's down below, is my thought.
Right. Yeah.
Which
looks like we're going to get some tunnel action either way. Whatever.
Yeah, we're getting tunnel action. Bring it back to Fallout. Tunnel snakes for the win, y'all. but just I don't know, the implications there just shove my brain in like 40 different directions.
I know. I just want to know what it is. Let me know what it is. Are they going to leave it? And it's only one more episode, so are they going to leave us hanging?
Well, no, that was episode 7, right?
Yeah, there's only one more episode. Isn't there? Oh, there's 10. 10. Okay, they haven't. That was throwing me off. They only show a thumbnail of the next one
for the next episode.
Okay.
Next week.
Right. Okay. All right. That's what threw me off. Okay, it is 10. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Silo season 3 episode titles, real quick. Maybe we can do a little, little theorizing based on that stuff. So episode 8 is gonna be Grey Goo. Ooh, oh no! The episode titles. Oh God! If my brain wasn't going somewhere beforehand, now it is. Grey Goo, To Farewell, and Troy.
Oh, Troy is an interesting name.
That's a great name. Okay, we're gonna learn about nanites. We have to learn about nanites this next episode.
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna get a lot of Colin Hanks. I think he's next over the course of that, because I think he's behind the Grey Goo.
We only got a few moments of Herr Stenson, Mr. Colin Hanks, this episode, which I was so happy we finally got to Colin Hanks. I'd be lying if a thought in my brain didn't come up that I was kind of shocked. I was like, I think I'm more interested in Colin Hanks' work than Tom Hanks' work now. Right, wrong, or indifferent.
I haven't seen enough. But I liked that. What was that comedy movie you did? What was it? Orange County? Was it called Orange County? No. What was the name of that movie? You know what we're talking about? It had Jack Black in it as his older brother or stepbrother or something. Oh, what was the name of that movie? It was like
Orange County, 2002.
Orange County, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Catherine O'Hara, Lily Tomlin. Nice. Yeah. My favorite role from him outside of this so far is his character in Dexter, which is so good.
I tried watching Dexter, but it was too depressing, so I stopped watching it.
It gets so happy and even more depressing. It always remains depressing, but I do love me some Dexter. The one thing that did come up while we were talking about kind of the radio stuff, who's to say, because they are obviously speaking in code, so they expect people to be listening in on this radio. Right. Who's to say that the drone sounds and the gunfire weren't just somebody in another silo just making noises on the radio that they had ready to play, or like Legacy playing noises to throw off Juliet and everybody else and Walker. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I'm just trying to what end, because then they, reveal themselves to be alive, and because if there's people listening on the radio, they would know then, even though they were saying, the level 17 stuff or whatever, it was like not really hard to decode code there.
It's not hard to decode, but also anybody like in another silo listening to that or something very well might think, people are going to level 17 now, whatever that might be. But
right.
The Legacy is not that dumb.
Right. And sometimes I think is this the Legacy doing all of this, pulling all the strings as some sort of grand experiment or something?
The gene editing stuff made me go, my brain went straight to Fallout. I'm like, okay, maybe the silos actually are experiments. What experiment? Is it one large experiment, or are there 50 individual experiments as well?
Exactly.
Fallout would have 50 individual experiments, but I'm not convinced this is going to go exactly like that. I think it might be.
No, I don't think, it's just gonna all turn out that it was all fake. It was just an experiment. The rest of the world is okay, or just there's a big radius to make it seem all real, because we don't really know if the burned out city or whatever we see in the background really exists or that's faked. It could be, because they've already shown us they can do anyway. Or maybe it is, and it's just that area. You know, I mean, you go like 500 miles out, and it's fine. You know.
But also, if you get closer, would it then be more green, and it just looks the way it does from afar because you're in this like desolate kind of area?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this show just brings up questions, but
they're all so cool. Like every question just makes my brain just.
That's where you get the feeling like Lost, but Lost, I gave up on Lost because it was like, okay, you just keep bringing up more questions without giving us answers. At least we're getting some answers kind of along the way. I mean, they're asking more questions, but they're answering the ones we had before they started. Not all of them, but you know. It's not just like a bunch of like, you know, we're getting some answers or clues to answers at least.
I don't know if I've ever seen a show piecemeal information better than this show does.
Oh yeah, it's great how it just keeps kind of plodding along and dropping things and taking you a different direction, and then realizing that how do I explain this? But like, you know, you're going in one direction, it's not that direction, but yet that direction wasn't completely wrong either.
Yeah. But you're not wrong, but you're not right either. And it's just like,
exactly.
Oh, just tell me. Like
exactly. Yeah. And it was cool to see the diggers, you know, what the diggers look like.
That giant drill was interesting. So Daniel and Helen, that's a whole different aspect of all this. Yeah, I love that Charlie seems to be getting her memories back, but after rewatching it, they do not say, hey, she has all of her memories back prior to the event. They say that she has I guess, I don't know if I forget the exact wording again, but it's
right. When the doctor and Daniel are having that discussion.
Well, and then Charlie and Daniel right after, because she says, I remember right before my mission. And Daniel says, weren't they not going to tell you anything like that or let you remember that? Like, avoid that? And then she says, well, the rest, the actual mission's in a vault, but I'm starting to remember everything else. And then she kind of gives him some shit, and he goes back over to Helen, and Helen's like, how is she? And he says, well, she gave me some shit. So she's kind of, it feels more like Charlie.
Right. Yeah.
But is it, you know? And
exactly.
Obviously, kind of she signed the NDA, so she can kind of figure out more what happened to herself at the same time. But that was... Colin Hanks plays a great villain? Question mark? I mean, his goal
is he a villain or not? Or is, you know, is he thinking he's doing... Like I said, you know, do they think they're saving the world by doing like this reset or something? You know?
Yes.
But...
it's so interesting. I wonder if they named the machine Dirk. But I don't get. Did they build multiple drills, or is it the open or is the one in the bottom of 18 the only one?
They built multiple ones, I think, because they just dug down and stayed there because they didn't have any way to retrieve it. It would be too hard to retrieve it, so I think they just had one for each. That's what I would assume.
That's my assumption as well. Even though those things have legs, I don't think they're crawling back out of the hole after the fact.
No.
It was really cool to see that.
They lower it down or something. Yeah.
The way that drill looked was really cool. It reminded me of some Mass Effect Reapers, which totally are not drills, but they can get some drilling done if they need to.
They seem sort of spider-like. Like mechanical spiders, sort of.
Like almost an octopus spider, kind of just finding its way down. One drill per silo. Wow, that's a lot. Nanites better have helped build them. But like, I guess nanites are available during this time too. That would be one way for drills to come back out. Fly back out as nanites right after. But
yeah, they didn't do that, obviously.
It's so interesting. Justice for PK and for LK now, because it seems like PK is alive and LK might have might have a bit of an issue, and I hope he's fine. He's still kind of like Lucas, Kyle, and Bernard are, I think, my two favorites. Typically, I love all of the characters. I don't even like saying they're the favorite, but every time they pop up on screen, something indubiously interesting is going to happen. and it's always a good time. It's always so good. What do you think the reason for saving the world's going to be? They think that they'll be fine in 5 years, hopefully sooner, but just in case they're building these silos? Or do they just tell Helen that timeline for when she can do some reporting for the sake of giving her a timeline and kind of getting them off her back, or getting her off?
Maybe in 5 years she'll be in the silo, so it won't matter. Who's she going to report to?
That's my kind of initial theory. Unless we next episode run across a document from Helen or something. Yeah, 5 years there won't be anyone to tell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's
I'm thinking like
right now in the UK, apparently.
They see the the environmental disaster looming, and maybe the algorithm figures this out, or whatever they figure out, like, oh, well, in order for the Earth needs a reset, or it's not, we're all, the Earth isn't going to be alive as a planet anymore that can sustain life if we don't do something radical about it. So let's put a bunch of people underground, reset the Earth, and then in so many years we can all come back out and things will be good. But I don't know if we'll find out if that's the plan.
That's vaguely.
Yeah. And did it go to plan, or have things,
gone right?
Right. Yeah, like the nanites went crazy or whatever it is.
I'm mostly with you. Yeah. There's just so many there's like an asterisk here and an asterisk here where I'm just like, how do those fit into this play? Yeah. I take it you don't like my idea. I actually started and had it over here for the sake of bringing it back up. How about everyone's already infected with nanites, but they turn lethal when exposed to fresh air because the air in the silos cycle?
It's as good as theory as any.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if the air aspect of it is that, but maybe it's more so. Well, yeah, because it would have to be something interesting like that, because they don't.
Maybe that's the safeguard, or one of the safeguards is you press a button and the nanites take you out.
Well, we've kind of alluded to that in conversation already, but is there just one safeguard?
Right. Yeah, I think there's maybe multiple things, or I think we're going to find out a lot more. I mean, the legacy definitely hinted at the fact that maybe there was more things. So. Yeah.
Oh, and also led each specific place where only the head of IT can go. We saw in Silo 17 where Solo was kind of actually learning about all these different things. They do have libraries of civilization in each silo.
Right, yeah, there's books. We saw the library, like Bernard took Lucas in there.
Yeah, and then
they had, rare art and books and things in there.
The artifacts, the relics, or I guess they say.
Right.
Which we'll say the word relic again in a second, because we have hardwood and some extra relics to talk about there. But yeah, it is interesting that they have these pockets of information in each silo, but I would think Silo 1 definitely holds the key to it all, because even though they had all the books in the library and all that, the second Solo is like, oh, Juliet, you need to learn some stuff. He just hands her an iPad. He's like, here's your tablet. And this is like a more condensed version of this entire place.
Right. They I mean, I would think that the algorithm or whatever in Silo 1 has like all the knowledge of humanity that they can fit in there.
Yeah. Well,
every book,
rebuild
every
humanity
movie,
from idiots.
Yeah.
Not necessarily idiots, because all these people are skilled in their own specific ways. And that could be kind of part of that experiment, is whenever society is ready to become society again, you have subsets of people in all these different silos that are, they have skill sets that will be useful in coming back and bringing society back, as well as they're almost blank slates, whether they have memory loss or not. They're almost blank slates, and they need to be guided to the new world. And the way to do that is with the information from those libraries and stuff. Idiocracy and Silo in the same universe.
Yeah, they just need a copy of. I forget where I put it. A copy of the book. Remember, I showed you that. I don't know where it is right now, but the book.
The order.
No, the book. that I showed you before that I bought, that my husband got me. It was the book. It's got, it has like everything in it to like, you know, rebuild society or civilization or something. Yeah. Yes, that book. Yep.
I haven't just kept it in the background right here for any reason at all. You know?
Yeah.
There's, to mention Brando, it's got electrolytes. Freaking Idiocracy. Exactly. I love that movie. Well, like
it's a documentary, isn't it? That's what you were saying.
That's one movie. I can't quote movies often, but I'm pretty sure my brain can just quote some Idiocracy every now and then, and it's great. The Book of Oz.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, we went through that. We went through a whole thing on Creatures and Cryptids about gene editing and all that through CRISPR and stuff like that, which apparently is just Fisher Price, according to Paris Stinson over here.
Yes, they have the yeah.
But
so they must have developed this super algorithm or whatever. Yeah.
Because he said they use horse DNA, rhino DNA, and narwhal DNA to actually make a unit. And it would have worked if they didn't, if the billionaires were trying to buy it for the hunt.
Right. And was it a Christmas narwhal?
How'd you know? Are you a doomsday prepper? Honestly, we all should be to a degree, but
yeah, not really. My husband has put some. He hasn't bought all the things, but he's made a wish list on Amazon.
The just in case wish list,
or what do you call it? A go bag or bug out bag or whatever. Yeah.
I love just every time somebody says go bag, my brain goes straight to Parks and Recreation. When Ron Swanson's ex-wife comes in and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go." He just like leaves different things across. He's like, "You do this, you do this, you do this," and jumps out of his office, runs into like where Andy Dwyer's shining shoes, punches kind of the ceiling into a certain panel, grabs a go bag, and just sprints out the door. Doesn't say anything to anybody. And I love it. Nick Offerman doing Ron Swanson as anything is just perfect all the time.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel fine. Mostly because you can't remember anything, though, right?
Exactly. We're all like memory wipe. But then a bunch of people, they were jumping off the stairs and stuff after memory wiping them. So that doesn't necessarily go that well either. But
oh no, it's so interesting. Okay, so let's. Well, I mean, we're jumping all over the place, and we can always jump back to different spots.
Yeah. Let's get off track. Never.
There was never a track to begin with. We're off-road. Put it in four-wheel drive and let's go Wasteland. And you know, my family did food storage as a kid in case the big one ever happened. I honestly, I hope nothing like that ever happens. But Switzerland is such a cool place because literally the whole country's doomsday preppers. They all have bunkers everywhere. It's so cool. It wouldn't be a bad idea if we all did something a little similar.
Blast from the Past, that movie. Does have Christopher Walken, right?
I don't know Blast from the Past.
Yes, it's Brandon. What's his name? Brandon.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Lisa Silverstone, Christopher Walken, Sissy Spacek.
Yeah, it's his dad, played by Christopher Walken, is like this, has like the nuclear bunker in the built in the underground bunker built in like the backyard of his house or whatever, and it's like an exact like duplicate of like their house on the surface, and an airplane crashes into their house, and he thinks, the Russians have gotten us, is nuked, and so they go in, and it like locks for like, I forget what it is, like 40 years or 20 years or something like that. It locks down until it's like safe to go outside again. But really, it was just an airplane crashed into their house.
Oh, really? Plane crashed in the yard?
Yeah, it was like the nuclear holocaust happened or whatever. And then, so he grew up living in this underground bunker, and I forget what happens, like why he comes out or unlocks or whatever it was, however many years it was, it unlocks and he comes out and meets Alicia Silverstone. And
Eve Rustikov is her name apparently in that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Which that play into the Russian aspect of stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I forgot to pause this last night. I found a way to have a timer for watch parties. I'm so excited. Just like in the corner of our screen. Okay, that's where my brain went. I totally was like, hold up for a second. So, relics. Everything matters that is said in this show.
Mm-hmm.
They've made that abundantly clear. And one of the things they put in this episode was Harwood talking to... We didn't see much of Hank and Billings do their kind of a detective work that's going on.
Right.
Which has kind of the forefront, or a part of the forefront in the recent episodes.
That story just seems like it's just kind of there, the murder mystery or whatever. But I think it's going to come to a head because we're going to find out what Harwood and Knox's dad were doing.
Knox and Billings, those stories have to come together.
Yeah.
And we didn't see much of Billings or Hank this episode, but what we got from them was vital importance. And it played into what Knox's dad is doing, I think, when he goes and talks to Wheels and figures out that his dad's still alive and just traded deaths essentially with the next person that would have died in the mines at the time.
Right.
Harwood, when he's talking to Billings and Hank, excuse me, he says, you know what, that reminds me of this guy that used to live up in the mids. He had this one thing where he would have an item or something, and then it would disappear, and he'd bring it back. And I think he called it magic or something like that, which was a great little line. Like, of course they don't have magicians.
It's just so
that false hope that magician or like a magician or magic would bring to people would be deemed dangerous in a lot of ways.
Right.
And the thing that he says at the end of that is he was eventually brought down to the mines.
Yeah.
Because considered a relic, but a theoretical relic.
Right. Yeah, that was a good moment there, where
he told on himself.
He's not as stupid as he makes himself out to be, I think.
Oh, Harwood's probably one of the smartest people in the entire place.
Yep.
The fact that he said, at his beginning of the statement or sentence there, whatever, was Billings and Hank sound like insurance brokers. They kind of do. they do.
Yeah.
But when Billings and Hank go talk to Harwood, he starts it off by the way you're saying that which he of course calls them out and says, hey, the cameras you said were gone sure as hell aren't gone if you can actually figure this out from this.
Right. I knew that whole cameras were gone thing was BS.
Oh, completely.
From the beginning, yeah.
There's no way they went into everybody's house and said, oh yeah, we're going to turn your cameras off now. They're not releasing that control.
Right. I mean, they may have done it to a degree, but I'm sure that most of it was left in place.
Hey, Modest Traveler. Hey, how are you?
Been a long time.
Count. Yeah, welcome back. Hey-o. I hope you're watching Silo because we're having a blast with it.
Yeah, just the theorizing is just, there's so much goodness you can do.
So much goodness. So the Harwood stuff right there. When he essentially tells on himself. Yeah. Oh, good. Hope you're caught up as well because it's amazing so far.
So good.
So Harwood says it's almost like magic essentially, and then he literally tells on himself after. Is that a Radical Wasteland hockey jersey?
Yes. I'm bad. I didn't wear mine today. I just have a spirit.
Yep, Sarah and I have them in t-shirt. She wears them to all the hockey games now, right?
Oh yeah. I'll wear it to one of my games. Well, I got about another little over a month here till my.
It does have an entire back of SciTrek logos, which is always fun.
Junior hockey starts up again, so I always wear a jersey of the game. So I'll wear that to a game.
Heyo.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have flock cameras near you? I wish that wasn't.
Yeah. I don't know if there is like in where I live, but in Seattle there has been some. Yeah, I don't know if they're functioning at the moment right now. I can't remember what the latest is on that, but there's definitely. I think they're not functioning. I don't think they're functioning right now. I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure. Who knows?
It would be a terrible, terrible thing if any flock cameras near you were spray painted or had rocks thrown at them or were cut down in the middle of the night. It would be absolutely terrible.
Right.
Definitely don't do that. But yeah, those things. That's a whole different animal. Don't.
Yeah.
We can get off on that one a different bit. But literally, the silo does have flock cameras essentially everywhere, like for all intents and purposes.
Right.
In gun target practice, I plead the fifth.
I'm staying out of this. I'm not. Silo flock. Yeah. Yeah, I think they had them like when the World Cup was going on. I think they were like functioning and stuff, and
that makes sense.
But then I don't know.
They didn't just turn them off after either.
Right. But then there were some people complaining that there wasn't cameras up. I don't know if it was necessarily flock cameras they were talking about necessarily, just whatever surveillance cameras, whether they're flock or whatever. Because there was that shooting here in Seattle. What was it, like 3 weeks ago now? Yeah.
But okay. Thinking back to Harwood essentially calling him out for having flock cameras everywhere and saying you can kind of look anywhere and everywhere. It's obvious that if she magically appeared essentially over here, and then he does tell on himself without telling on himself by saying, "Oh yeah, that guy that did magic ended up in the mines." And then the next conversation we see about anything mine focused is Knox going to talk about his dad and invented this mysterious thing that only Harwood knows about. I think Harwood the magician and Knox are probably in cahoots. Not Knox, excuse me, Knox's father. Which I think his name was Gus or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Gus Knox. Rather than, what the hell was Knox's first name again?
I don't remember. He's just Knox. Knox Senior.
Yeah. Deegan Knox. His name is Deegan. That's right. And I think his dad was Gus or something like that. Of course he was sent to the mines. He was a witch. I mean, literally though. That's kind of essentially the theoretical relic, which is just an interesting kind of thing. Bill and Ted watch the Silo movie idea. Who's with him? Oh my god. Give me Bill and Ted sequels all the time. I'm always ready. Viva Bill and Ted forevermore. Alex Winter and Keanu, keep it coming. Actually, I don't know if we need one past the third one, but still, technically, that's not dystopian. But the second, it is sci-fi in a way. Anyway, we'll get onto that in a whole different day.
That's when we get to our favorite sci-fi movies. We gotta not forget about that.
Futurama and Bill and Ted. I'm gonna put those on there just to piss everybody off.
Has to be movies. I think you're talking about.
That's true. That's true. Bill and Ted had daughters.
Oh, Bill and Ted is a movie, but
there's 3 of them. But yeah. Do we have any theories about what can happen with Harwood, the miner, the magic miner, and then
right? I think maybe they've been subverting the silo all along. And just because nobody gives a crap about miners or whatever, they've been down there working on stuff. And, he made all those hints of like, the limits on how far they can dig and stuff. Like maybe he's had curiosity about what's beyond the limits that they can dig. Which makes me think...
Which I think that is specifically what those diamond drill bits they were talking about were for.
Right.
That have mysteriously vanished.
Right. And maybe they took the bits and maybe they sacrificed some to make them for jewelry as a cover for other ones that they did use. I think there's been something going on. And of course, we know Knox's father was this, brilliant engineer or whatever. That's where he gets it from.
that just couldn't keep themselves out of trouble.
It just seems to all be pointing to like they've been tunneling beyond the limits for a while now. Now, what they've discovered or what's going on? Maybe you said they hit that wall. Maybe they've just been stuck and haven't moved beyond it, or trying to figure it out. And that's maybe where Lucas and 17 comes in. I don't know.
Do we ultimately think Lucas is going to be okay?
I'm not sure, but I think he might like go out in a good way, like, you know, because we do know that 17 is flooded, so I wonder if was or is or what, we don't know at this point, right? Because it was actually, because it didn't get fixed, it actually was going to eventually flood again. Like, they brought the water level down, but they would have had to continue to fix it. So have they fixed it, or is it still, you know, we don't know the answer to, you know, what's been going on in 17. We don't know. We're probably going to get a catch-up episode on that. I feel that we're going to see what's happened in 17 since Juliet left.
It was flooded. We did.
It was flooded because we did see the water.
Which, if you haven't caught up,
we don't know if it still is the question. Yeah.
It was really good. Yeah, she was swimming in the 17 in season 2.
Right. Yeah.
But that's a good question. Where does it pump the water out to?
I don't know. There's pipes connect. You know, you just figure there's some system in place, because they obviously must have some kind of like sump pump system to keep them all dry.
We do know that I forget which episode, but it was a few episodes ago, I believe. It was this season, I'm pretty positive, that I guess a drain main pipe, true. But but also when they were talking about building the silos, they made sure to build them on a underground reservoir, or like an underground lake,
right?
Underground river kind of deal. And if that's the case, there would be place to put water back into, theoretically at least.
Right.
And that, of course, would be the water that has been rising as well. So you could put it back, theoretically, into that underground reservoir that these silos have been built on top of.
Right.
Which, I don't know, the underground reservoir is just a whole nother, like... aspect of everything.
Yeah, that's what it have to be something like a water reservoir that would last like 1,000 years, because I mean, we don't know. We haven't seen what kind of weather is on top. We haven't seen. I mean, we got to figure, I guess there must be rain and stuff, but then if there was, I don't know, that's a good question. Is there rain? Because wouldn't that wash the
the poison gas away and everything as well,
right? And the lens of the camera and all that stuff. I don't know, but it is in a little sheltered space, so it might not, you know, whatever's in the air, it might not just wash away with rain. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the camera is under a little alcove, isn't it? But
well, I guess a little bit. That's true as well. That's true. And I think they didn't say reservoir. That's just the first word that came to mind. I'm pretty sure they said river.
Yeah. Well, and we know that each silo has a osmosis water filtration system. So
there should be like multitudes of contingency plans for contamination. And also, if you do want to contaminate your entire silo as well, there's also that option. Just looming over everything all the time.
And who knows if Silo 1 is like, what kind of drugs Silo 1 is feeding to everyone in all the silos. We don't know.
Because you know damn well the gene editing stuff is going to come back up soon.
Yeah, they wouldn't have brought that in. It's like I'm just not sure, like, how's that going to fit in? You know, unless it's like, are they trying to somewhere in Silo 1 or wherever, are they trying to create humans that can survive the environment that exists now? I don't know.
That would be interesting. How is Silo 1 powered? I'm assuming similar ways to the way all the others are powered. That means either people doing that or AI kind of naturally running that and maybe some robotics
or
within the
nuclear. There's like a nuclear power plant there, and they said each IT department has its own power source, which I would assume, in my head anyway, is just like a little mini nuclear generator plant in each silo that just runs the legacy or the IT department, and then you got the big generator that they showed fixing in season 1 that runs everything else. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, we're a little over an hour into this.
Mm-hmm.
We've jumped all over this episode because there's so much to come back. Let's identify. Actually, though, it looks like the heartbeat monitor. No, it's number 1 nuke plant at silo. Power comes from 2IT.
Yeah, or however, or whatever, or
either mini ones or a larger one that specifies the smaller bits. Right. You know. Okay, so let's take a step back and think about what the actual big questions that are left or given to us this episode are.
Right.
LKPK.
Right.
Silo 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is saving the planet? Why are they doing this? You know? Yeah.
What is the big save here?
Mm-hmm.
How, why, when, where, who? Harwood, miners, Nox's father, and magic, I think, are all kind of in one there.
Yeah, you think that's going to... Yeah, and the investigation, somehow those things are going to come all together, you feel?
The gene editing aspect of things now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, is it AI? Is it a human being, Wizard of Oz style? Literally, thank you for saying that. Is the AI actually an AI or is it a human being? Wizard of Oz, you literally took the words out of my mouth. Thank you.
Right. They seem to kind of keep that a question because it's like sometimes it seems like it's just a computer and sometimes it feels like a computer or a person playing a computer.
Yeah.
You know, or is it a sentient AI? We don't know, you know, like something like that.
Was
you know?
Once a human, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Camille, Robert, and the legacy in general.
Mm-hmm.
Which we haven't even talked about Camille, the jacket, the judicial aspect of running into judicial to blow things up. We kind of briefly talked about that. But we didn't talk about how they literally saw Camille and Robert walk above them and radio over to Juliet saying, well, they're here. And she says, you got to keep going. Like, not necessarily Juliet, but Walker at the time is just like, keep moving. If they're 2 of the ones that die, they're 2 of the ones that die. And might be a little bit morbid, but also less morbid than I guess what Camille's doing to everybody at the same time.
Yeah. It's a bit of the, you know.
That's another big one.
Yeah, that's where I think those tunnels that we saw the pictures of, I think that's where that's going to come into play. I feel like somehow they've drained Silo 17 and now that's going to be usable.
Because the one thing we know Solo was focused on in 17 for the vast majority of last season was getting that water out.
Hey, yeah, he was freaking out about it.
And he might be childish in some ways because, you know, he's a 12-year-old adult essentially, or a 40-year-old man that has the emotional capacity of a 12-year-old, but has the knowledge of someone even older than himself because he's only had time to read for the last 30 years essentially. His entire goal, and he was smart enough, even though he's like emotionally stunted to some degree. It was very much Juliet, I know you're not going to be able to come back immediately. I would love for you to come back. I want you to come back. Please promise me that you're going to come back, even though you can't. But first, you have to do what I need you to do, because I know the likelihood of you coming back is very little, if any at all. And he was right. I mean, he didn't expect her to get drugged over here and lose her memory, but also did he not expect her to? You know, it was the writing was on the wall.
Maybe now that he's been around an adult, he's gonna, you know, he's grown. Like when he realizes that, like, oh, I've been, you know, like this is what being an adult is, or whatever, you know, rather than just his childhood memories of adults.
Yeah.
Maybe he's kind of, you know, got his crap more together because he was a little bit nutty. But now that he social, you know, he's you know, you assume that like him and the kids are all like living together now, and they've developed, you know, so he's developed and grown a lot, like socially and as a person. Yeah,
like you'd hope so.
Oh,
see you, lad. Bye. See you Sunday, hopefully, sir. Yeah, and then there is the Flamekeepers as well. Flamekeepers, I don't know if that's like a looming question necessarily or anything, but it is a quintessential puzzle piece.
Right. I feel like they're just going to provide something that somehow is going to, I don't know, save the silo. Like, you know, humanity knows better than the AI computer kind of thing and figure it out. And they have maybe they have their own treasure trove of relics that we don't know about or haven't seen yet. Like we heard, you know, like again, that journal or whatever.
Yeah, the mission report. Or mission diary. Yeah, because it seems like Gloria Hildebrandt and maybe George's ex-girlfriend are kind of like the only Flamekeepers left. If they're even Flamekeepers. I know Gloria is, but I don't know if... I keep forgetting the name of George's ex-girlfriend. But she's totally viable to become one if she's not, you know?
Yeah, I think she's definitely on track to be one if she's not already. But she had the journal or she had the diary.
No, that was Gloria.
Then she that was Gloria that had it. Okay. But she just knew how to act. Yeah, she knew that Gloria had it or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
The one Bernard thing
that anyway, it doesn't matter.
it does kind of confuse me. I wish they would have shown us Gloria getting out of their little mental hospital they have for her in judicial.
Right. Yeah, because they said they kind of brought her back. I can't imagine
Robert just being like, Could Bernard become one? Potentially. Flamekeepers, I think, are a line of women. So, but all
you kind of get that sense, like you know, it's a tribe, and they're like the story, you know, the story keepers for the tribe or whatever. Yeah, you know, yeah.
It's just there's so much intrigue. Like there's so much intrigue. I can't just stop gushing about the show.
Well, yeah, and then just all the questions brought up, even like, you know, with Charlotte, all the questions brought up about memory and should we forget? What should we remember? What should we forget? What makes us, you know, that it touches on that, and then it touches on just 100 things. Anyway,
3 questions all in one. Right. Do you think Charlotte/Charlie survives the season? Do you think Camille survives the season? Do you think Bernard survives the season?
Oh.
I was going to say the same thing for Robert Sims, but we know from Commons talking on not streams, but talking on press junkets that he's going to be in season 4, and he's really excited to talk about season 4. So we know he's there.
Right. Well, sometimes I wonder if it's Camille, but then how would the algorithm react to her being killed? Is
there going to be an algorithm in Silo 18 by the end of the season?
Right, or are they going to unplug the AI? Right?
We'll make it a 4-prong question. Does the algorithm survive Silo 18 at least by the end of the season?
I think it does.
In Silo 18 alone, or just in like Silo 1 and the other ones? Do they find a way to expel the AI from Silo 18?
I think maybe they find a way to, I don't know if I want to say gain control or outsmart it, or somehow mess with its logic to get it to change or something. Yeah.
And a way of doing that would be to take Camille off the chessboard. I actually think, as much as I want Bernard to survive, I don't know if he is going to, but I think he's more likely to survive than Camille this season. I think the next person to is either Camille or Charlie.
Yeah.
I expect some like medical fiasco to maybe happen to Charlie or something, and maybe it be paralleled with Camille. And I could also see Camille purposely drinking her own water supply.
Yeah, maybe that's what she'll do, because she does seem a bit stressed, like when the key lit up, with it calling her back to the vault or whatever, and she kind of, the look on her face at that moment, you just feel like she's really under a lot of stress and strain and feels very much like over her head, and is she just gonna not be able to take it anymore and just swallow a bunch of the pills?
Yeah.
Or drink the water, or both, I guess.
Well, if you drink the water alongside the pills, you're giving yourself a double whammy. That might be what she does.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a little twofer in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling Camille's not long for this world in the sense of how we know her. And
yeah,
I could almost see, because we know another thing that we, in that trailer, which honestly we might even continue scrolling through for half a second here.
Do you think something happens to Anthony and she's like, I'm out, and so rather than ending herself, she's just like, I want to forget I even had a son or a family?
She knows Anthony's going to be drinking water, so Anthony will start to, or has already started to, lose memories. And if that's the case, I think she might come to kind of an emotional state or emotional point, like a head, that if, and this is the big, I think, asterisk onto that specific thought, is we know Robert is going to go outside with this red suit, or has to put on his red suit at some point. We've seen that shot in the trailer. We have not seen that shot in the show yet. If he's in a suit and it is walking outside at some point, I could totally see Camille saying, for the sake of my son, I'm going to lose my memory and just be alongside him. We're going to be in this together. Because Robert did, and we should probably talk about it, because it's the one thing we really haven't so far, is Robert and Camille are going through it.
Yeah.
Going through it. I did like that Camille is still, even Robert's good, and she knows he's good. So she's putting an extra precaution on it. I don't know how she figured out the jacket aspect of things, unless it was just visually seeing the jacket, because she does kind of look.
I think it was just visually seeing the jacket. As a mom, I know like your own kids'
clothes. Your kids' clothes, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yep.
So yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. But for her to immediately just say, "Okay, bye, Amy," and like point the gun at the nurse was like, "Oh," and I really did like Robert saying, "Our son deserves." At least one parent who hasn't killed someone.
Yeah, I liked that, but she just seemed a little like, she's barely hanging on with how she was acting.
Which I'm kind of sticking with this theory at this point. By the end of the season, if she's not dead, I'm expecting her to purposely lose her own memories for the sake of her son. And if Robert either leaving the silo, maybe a little bit of both at the same time, if that happens, of course, something along those lines, has to be. I guess it doesn't have to happen, but it just seems like the logical conclusion. And the one thing I love about I love a lot of things about Silo, but Silo is really good about, when they get to a conclusion, it feels like the most logical thing that would have happened naturally in the context of what we've actually done. It's not very much like, oh, well, here's this MacGuffin over here because we wanted it to end up like this. It feels like the natural progression of things that actually happen.
Yeah.
Purposely as a penalty, or for putting the vitamins in the water? Both. Because Robert's going to go at some point. And I don't think he goes, but I think he leaves the silo, or leaves them, or goes down to this tunnel. one way or another, he has to put on a suit, and that suit has to protect him from something. Where he goes for that, nobody knows, but we will soon.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. Oh wait, what interesting theory?
That there.
Take your vitamin D there.
Exactly.
Okay. What did you think about Camille shoving Robert into the vault essentially and using Amy as a talking point to do that? Obviously, it feels like she's breaking, but
what was she trying to accomplish? Was she just trying to get him to stop because she wanted him to lay off and then he didn't? So then she's been having him followed and all of that. I'm not sure I'm clear on what she's trying to accomplish.
I'm not sure she's clear on what she's trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that's kind of like looming over her and the legacy right now is like she doesn't have a goal in mind besides just helping the silo, but is helping the silo really what the legacy wants to do? And is she just screwing people over more?
Yeah. And I think she's kind of questioning what the legacy wants to do too, but she feels like she has to do it because she's trying to preserve things, or she's trying to keep it from triggering, because the legacy a couple times has been like, we're like this close, you know. But I know you want to hate her, and I do, but on some level I kind of feel sympathetic to her. She was kind of thrown into this. She didn't ask for it.
Well, it chose her. Did.
But yeah, she was one. I mean, yes, her and her husband, they've been definitely
she was vying for power one way or another.
You know, doing things to get power and stuff like that. And I feel like she's like, aha, I finally have arrived. I've become basically, you're really the most powerful person in the silo. But now that the full weight of what that means has landed on her shoulders, I'm not sure she's so happy about it anymore.
It almost kind of, I don't know why a Game of Thrones reference comes to mind, but it's almost like Joffrey getting into power and being like, yes, I've got the power. And then she's almost Joffrey and Tommen at the same time, because Tommen right after is like, after Joffrey gets Tommen is, oh, I didn't ask for this. I didn't want this.
Right.
What? And of course, you know, he gets married and things go well for him for a little bit there before he tends to do the Queen Helena thing to do. I guess it runs in the, not the family, I guess, but runs in queens and kings. Jumping out a window might be a consistency there. Also in Caprica, you know, lots of jumping out of windows recently.
Yeah.
Joffrey disliked that character so much, and same thing with Camille. Yeah. I do.
Oh, we're supposed
as a person within the show, I hate her.
Right.
Nonetheless, I feel bad for her in a lot of ways.
Right.
Like, she is a shitbird, like, that is completely vying for power. Even when Robert in the background was like, I don't necessarily want that. Like, she was saying, I don't care what you want. I'm going to put you in a good position of power, and I'm going to be right there beside you. Right. And then the legacy's like, actually, Robert wasn't that conniving and cunning. We're going to take you instead. And now we're at where we're at.
Which brings up another question of, like, is she running her own game here in her head that we're not seeing?
I don't think so. Specifically because the legacy is, we get reports on her blood levels every couple episodes. We're like, how high is your blood rate? Real quick, or blood pressure, whatever I'm trying to say.
Her heart rate or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, heart rate, blood pressure, all that. And the legacy's like, I know you're lying to me. I know this is going on. I think she's out of games to play.
Right, like she tried to, but that doesn't work. So she's just like, well, all I have is pure honesty left, I guess. Yeah.
And we know that she doesn't work well with honesty.
No.
I think that's part of what's eating her up inside, is just like, I don't have anything left to play. So here I am at the behest of this machine that's been running all of our lives. I wasn't even aware about it till a few months ago. And now I have to follow its every rule and every guideline like a puppy dog. she's no more than a pet to it. Which, if she's a pet to it, the rest of us in the silo, quote unquote, are ants. I think is what her brain's kind of at. And
yep.
And do they even know what ants are, actually? But anyway, besides that,
yeah,
rats for maybe a silo reference there. But I had to talk about dogs. At least a dog person. Ramsay Bolton was screwed up. That dude was awful. He made Joffrey look like a decent guy sometimes. Like, sheesh.
Yeah, there was some messed up things. I should rewatch that show. It's been a while.
My roommate still hasn't ever seen any of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, only the one season of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and we're gonna do the full. We will be prepared whenever Fantasy Trek comes. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
Ants get everywhere, so they probably know. But are they going to? I guess they could. Yeah. If there's any crack in that concrete, they'd probably find their way in. In many pieces.
Well, we know they have pest control, so.
This is true. The rat extermination. Did we cover everything in this episode?
Let's see. Before time stuff. I think we covered that.
We talked the drill. We talked about saving the world.
They just set that up to us getting the story of what they're actually doing and why.
The gene editing, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about Billings and Hank and Harwood, Noxious father.
Yeah.
We talked about the magician.
Right. Lucas and Kennedy, Julia, all that stuff going on. Carla wants to drink the water. No.
That pissed me off. I'm like, Carla, you've been through too much shit to just be like, maybe we should drink water.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but I was like, was that supposed to be sarcasm? Maybe maybe we should just be like, fuck it all. And
because Carla's also, I guess, tried to kind of lay down and whimper, I guess, for while we're talking dog references. Once or twice before, and then it's been Walker that's kind of been like, no, I'm here for you. We're here for you. Let's get this thing going. And then she's like some of the most important stuff after that, dropping the dog ball down and all that. Like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
The immediate eye roll. But okay, I think we did talk about everything in the episode. So before we jump out of here, there isn't a way to separate the water from the vitamins.
There is. The osmosis system. That's why they had to disengage it or whatever before they added the.
Camille said turn all that off so the water goes. The water is gone. Let's finish up just looking at this trailer, see if there's anything left in here. We've got about a minute and 10 seconds, 12 seconds, 15. We've seen all this.
Yep.
The bomb's ticking. I forget that was even throughout the trailer like that.
The rats.
It's great.
Yeah, when they broke into steal. Oh, there was Solo with a haircut.
Solo in Silo 17.
Yeah.
There it all Steve's on.
With a haircut. He looks more grown up,
He did have something in his eye though.
Just a reflection, I think.
It almost looks like it's really red on that side, like he got punched or something. But there's no actual bruising around the eye, so maybe not. Yeah, that doesn't give us much. We can't really even see his background or anything like that. He's the only thing in.
Just he's looking at something. And by the reflection in his eye, it looks like maybe a screen or something he's looking at.
Well, I think this is somebody's shoulder or arm right here. He's probably talking to somebody, is my guess.
Right. Yeah, and that's just a light or whatever. Yeah. Do they get the AI in 17 back online? We don't know that.
That would, I think, cause just as many problems as it would maybe provide answers. Yep, we still need these.
Do we see Charlotte? No.
Wait, is that Daniel with her?
It's hard to say. I'm making that assumption because they're walking together. She has her arm around his arm from when you see.
Yeah, they're holding hands.
Yeah, so I think that probably is him.
This is interesting. They make sure his head's down right there rather than both looking at the sky. Like
right. Maybe they just wanted to, since this was like there's our picture.
The two shots we've been paying attention to most right here this entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the cavalcade. That's Charlie running.
Yeah, that's the very beginning of the season. This we haven't seen that yet, I don't think, have we? Nope.
Cannot be stopped.
It must be them
so this
talking
is gonna be
about
next
why. Yeah, this will be the explanation of a lot of things, I think, that scene.
And he's
something cannot
be
stopped. Maybe the environmental changes, or what, like or maybe it's nanites and they only can grow at a certain rate, and they know they only have so much time till.
Is it bad that I'm literally trying to figure out how pointy Daniel's actor's nose is, because it was a really pointy nose?
I think it is Daniel with her. I think it is. It looks like it to me.
I don't know. The nose is a little different, but I'm assuming it's still Daniel, and it might just be a stand-in. That's why they did that.
Right.
Seen all that. Per Stinson and Daniel here.
It's that conversation we haven't seen yet, though.
Mm-mm. Yeah, started off the season with this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is Juliet meeting the legacy.
Yeah. We haven't seen it.
Oh my God, we haven't seen that yet.
Or that was, I don't know if that was actually part of the show or not. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
No, that's just the silo. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to know what all that running around the tunnels is going to be. Yeah.
The tunnels and the conversation and Daniel and Helen walking into the silos themselves are what we haven't seen from that trailer, it seems. And Robert, wherever Robert pops in. What's Daniel's sister? Which one? Which thing?
Maybe he thinks the person in yellow is Charlotte. I don't think so.
No, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, because it's clearly a guy. How many episodes left? 8, 9, and 10. Grey Goo. Oh, and that's what we did earlier. We looked up the titles. Yep. It was Grey Goo.
Something in Troy. Farewell in Troy. Which usually means somebody's going to die. Or maybe it's farewell to Earth. We're going down in the silo. I don't know.
Well, we know that
Troy, if you think about, is it like they're saying the silos are like Trojan horses or what?
I can't even start to theorize on frickin' Troy. Like, oh my God, my brain goes to so many different places. Grey Goo, we're gonna learn about some names.
Oh, and they're Helen, Troy.
My brain didn't even go there. Oh, okay. And it's Jessica Henwick, and she's beautiful, so that helps. Farewell, though. Obviously, Grey Goo's gonna have some.
I think that's gonna explain a lot of why they're doing what they're doing, and so I think we're gonna get that next episode.
Yeah, that's gonna be a definitely before times heavy episode, and honestly, I'm okay with that right now.
Right.
I could see Silo too, but
I could see Farewell being several different things. Like them, it's showing them going down into the silo, so farewell to above ground. It could be, I think it's probably going to also be a character to dying.
Dying?
Yeah.
Or my thought is farewell is
going
we
to
see
17.
Robert leave.
Yeah.
I think Robert's going to get a suit on and leave that episode if farewell's the name. My guess is it's a parallel, like you're saying. I think it's going to be, that's probably when we see Daniel and Helen go into the silos. And I would say the parallel in the current day would be...
Probably
both. Monk. That's a great freaking asterisk up there, too.
It may be a bit of both,
It could be a
someone
trifecta.
dies
Robert
and other
leaves,
people forget. Yeah.
Maybe Robert leaves. Camille actually like does farewell to herself as well. Forgets Robert and just makes sure she has a kid that she can take care of, essentially. And then, essentially, a Troy would be leaving a Trojan horse for the AI, for the legacy.
Maybe. And I feel like Helen's going to play into that some way, too.
There's going to be a parallel in the before times as well there. And maybe that the Trojan horse will be Helen.
Oh, maybe there's like a backdoor little program or something that's been put into the AI. That's the Trojan horse that Helen puts in. And then maybe something happens with that, or that gets discovered or something. Yeah. Yeah, there's some Trojan horse programming in there or something.
Trojan horse can totally be programming too. That's my god.
Yeah. Then there's going to be some kind of cliffhanger. Maybe that'll be it, because we got one more season, right? I have a feeling they're going to really like give us a really good cliffhanger, and we're going to all be dying to know what the last season is going to be.
I already am. Like I'm
exactly.
It's god. Or that a character is a secret spy or double agent.
Yeah. It would just be like Helen to want to like subvert whatever this is going on, you know.
When especially if she realizes once they tell her everything that's going on, and she kind of comes to the realization of, oh yeah, I'm not getting an interview in 5 years, am I? If that's the case, I could see her trying to thwart some plans from below or from inside, all the above. The brain's going in 1,000,000 miles an hour right now.
I know it could go anywhere. It'll be kind of interesting when this is all done, like how close or off we were on all of our theorizing. But
David just wants Camille to die.
I just feel like it's going to be a memory wipe for her. I really feel like that.
I think that makes more sense. If she dies, I might clap. But if she loses her memory, I think it would be better, because then I'm like, okay, I'm glad you did that, but also, there'll just be like a little bit of a feeling bad there, and I think that's better writing there. But I also totally could see her dying by the end of the season. And if they subvert my expectation there in some sense, I'm going to be excited because they're good at it.
Yeah.
But while we're talking about cliffhangers, we are an hour and 40 minutes into this. We could keep diving in and delving further into this silo, into the mines, into the tunnels. But
I think we covered it all pretty well.
I think we covered most of it pretty damn well. And there will be more to talk about next week. You know it. Let's give it a little bit of a cliffhanger here. And let's do some housekeeping. Nothing tomorrow on Saturday. Nothing else for the rest of today, of course. Sunday, we're back with Sci-Fi Sundays. I might see if we can do that at 10 a.m. rather than 10:30 or 10:45 a.m. Maybe push it up just a little bit, kind of deal. See how that works for everybody. And we're gonna talk a little House of the Dragon, I think, on Sunday, which is good.
I still need to finish the last episode. I've seen like the first half of it. Finish it.
We'll talk about it Sunday. I can't even dive in just yet. Tommy motherfucking Flanagan is all I'll say. He's so good. I love Tommy Flanagan.
Chibs,
which is one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. I love Chibs so much. Tig and Chibs, Kim Coates and Tommy Flanagan and Sons of Anarchy are full. I can't even speak. Full perfection. And Opie, he might bite the bullet a little earlier on. But Opie, I'm so pissed off at not Dave Bautista, but the fact that Ryan Hurst is not going to be Kratos in God of War. Like, just wait the damn year. Let the man heal and film everything you can without him. I understand that like 95% of the show is kind of him, but really, you went 15 years younger than Dave Bautista for a reason. Stick with it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, we'll rant
about
this.
Just need the little juice boxes with Jameson in them, right?
Yeah, some big changes from the book. Yep.
Yeah.
There have been. Her memory will be wiped when she hits the floor, David. It's just. There have been a few Stargate episodes about memory coming back and losing it. I remember Linnea, and then
Daniel a couple times, wasn't it?
Daniel a couple times. Obviously, Jack O'Neill's head being completely shoved full of information and then forgetting the information.
Right.
And then I forget who wrote earlier, but they were talking about Cam getting memories implanted in him in season 9 or 10.
Memories implanted. Why am I not remembering this? Was that one where he went and visited his friend in the hospital and
I think so.
Shared his memories? Got the clearance to like share his memories with the
something along those lines.
Friend. Yeah.
Cameron Mitchell in season 9 or 10. Yeah, something along those lines. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, there is so much good discussion.
Oh yeah, his memories were put in the machine so he could share it, and then he got the clearance to share them with his friend who was dying of cancer or something.
Yeah, it wasn't going to live too much longer at that rate.
Right.
They tried to frame him for murder.
I remember that one. Yeah,
2 different
ones. Yeah. I forget. That was like, I remember that one. That was kind of one of the more episodes, but it was interesting theory. Yeah. Now I'm remembering what episode you're talking about. I don't remember the finer details of it, but I remember the episode.
I still, my brain, I just hate having like shows on in the background now since cable has like primarily become streaming. I don't just have shows on in the background, and I don't just put them on for the sake of it anymore, but I do want, and I've been telling myself this for months, and I've gotten a little bit better about it, but I just kind of want to put Stargate on in the background, just to kind of always have little memory refreshers, whether they're mini or not. You know?
Well, I'm just going to wait until that new podcast starts and then do my rewatch along with that. I think
a little David and Michael, a little Reed and Shanks. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a fun time. I'm so excited for the cruise. Gate cruise is gonna be great. It's gonna be so great.
I am too.
Anyway. But all that being said, again, we'll go ahead and leave y'all here. Sunday we'll talk House of the Dragon and everything else that's happened this week. I might talk a little Rick and Morty finale and maybe President Curtis actually becoming a show now, because that's fun. Futurama, I think, is literally coming back this week as well. There are a fun few things happening. But yeah, we'll talk about that on Sunday. Monday, we're on episodes 13 and 14 for Caprica. Sarah and I will be there to watch along with our Patreon members. So check that out.
We're getting to the end, thank God.
And they have some actually interesting things happening.
The rest of BSG is better.
Good. I fully expect it to be now. But we have about 3 weeks left of Caprica, then we're diving into the mini-series, of course. Tuesday, I'd love to get some membership streams going, but we do need to figure out this coming week a little Stargate Outpost. And whether that's 3 or 4 of us or whatever, we will let you know, and we'll keep you posted on that. Wednesday, of course, is SciTrek Maneuver right now, and Greg should be back this week, which means
hopefully he's all caught up and everything.
Double conversation on the last 2 episodes of Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, because we had some technical difficulties happen.
Little technical difficulties here and there. And then Thursday for Creatures and Cryptids, we know Chillin is able to make it back again, and so that'll be great. I think Schmook is able to make it again. So our original plan was to talk and is to talk Spidey and like sci-fi kind of creatures within the superhero realm and stuff like that. Just while it's pertinent, you know. The End of Oak Street did come out, and we did a little mini stream on it yesterday for about 40 minutes. But I know Monk saw it, and if maybe Schmook and maybe Aaron are able to make it to the theater, we might end up talking about that, because that is the actual creatures thing that is out right now. The sci-fi creatures that is out this week kind of deal. Because we can always talk Spidey the next week. And if everybody's still available then, we can talk a little Spider-Man and hang out and talk about superhero creatures that are in the realm of sci-fi as well. But we don't always have to stick 1,000% to sci-fi, as much as we love it and like to. House of the Dragon is on Sunday, and Sundays we use as hangouts anyway. A lot of the time, we'll have specific topics.
Yeah.
It will be House of the Dragon this week, but you know, as always, it's more of a hangout, have a good time, and just check in with everybody for the week. Best non-Jurassic Park movie? I think so. Yeah, it did. We'll talk about it. Creatures and Cryptids. And of course, we'll follow Creatures and Cryptids up at 6 p.m. this coming Thursday with the next episode of this badass show that we're just loving to talk about. Episode 8, Grey Goo. And then the following morning, of course, in 1 week's time, we'll be right back here on Radical Wasteland to talk that episode.
With Greg again too, hopefully.
Yeah. I'm sad Melvin wasn't able to make it this morning.
What are we doing after Silo? Is that when does the Fallout next season of Fallout doesn't come out for a couple more months, right? Or
they haven't necessarily announced it just yet.
Oh, we were gonna do Stuart.
Stuart failed to save the universe.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, I think.
And I think one big thing that we will talk about, we're gonna have to find our way to the movie theaters, y'all. But Ridley Scott's The Dog Stars is the next dystopian sci-fi film coming out in 13 days, 11 hours, 31 minutes, and 4 seconds. 3 seconds, 1 second apparently, 30 minutes apparently. Sorry,
my daughter will be back in school, so I might be able to go watch it, depending on if I can get an early enough showing of it.
Oh yeah, hopefully that'll be a Ridley Scott release. So I'm hoping it's at like 2 or 3 p.m. on a Thursday kind of deal. So yeah, we'll play that a little bit by ear because we'll have Stuart Fails to Save the Universe to catch up on and dive into. Because how many? I think it's only 10 episodes. Let me do.
Paradise. When does Paradise come back next? Till next year, right? I don't think they're filming it though, right? Didn't Greg send us a thing saying they're filming the next season of Paradise right now? Yep,
and his buddy got an extra episode, I think, or a couple episodes, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so next episode is going to be episode 5, August 20th.
Right. So I need to be like, how many episodes in the season? Do we know? 8 or 10, I would assume.
10 episodes total.
Okay.
So we'll
I need
catch
to be
the second half.
Kind of watching that in the background here. I need to catch up. Or maybe it'd be better just to binge it. I don't know. Because we'll kind of have to discuss it from a point of, well, maybe we do like the first 5 episodes, then second 5 episodes or something, because it'll be over, I think, it might still be on the air by the time.
Oh no, it's still going to be on the air.
Okay.
So I think we'll do like the first 5, maybe 6 episodes, and then do it weekly for the last 3 or 4.
Okay.
Coyote versus Acme also comes out the same day as Dog Stars. I might do a special
Dog
stream
Stars
Saturday.
Over Coyote. I'm not gonna.
We're gonna talk Dog Stars for Radical Wasteland for sure. I think the Saturday that week, I will have. I might also be in Denver for the Stargate.
Oh,
Space
right.
stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's coming up in either the next 2 or 3 weeks. But we'll figure that out and play it by ear. Because Coyote versus Acme, we have to talk about. That's one where I'm going to try to encourage all of us to go to the movie theaters and actually go check it out, specifically because of this right here.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No.
It should. Because the fan thing, not necessarily the fan thing, but Coyote versus Acme is like the precipice of people coming together to save a project that was started, filmed, funded, got people together to get it done, and then got thrown out to the trash bin. They got the bigger rug pull than Stargate ever could in a way because they filmed their whole entire movie, and then it was just tossed in the trash. So it's.
I thought you meant something in the movie relates to Stargate, but you're just talking about. Yeah, I get it now.
but like for the sake of fan reactions and groups coming together to try to help a project survive and thrive in a way, Coyote versus Acme is the biggest thing to actually convince Save Stargate to actually happen for Amazon. We need to go out as a community and support it.
Right.
No,
you should put a video out just explaining this so that people will get the word out.
No, I have zero interest in Batgirl. Some movies, I am actually with Zaslav on a lot of the axings. I wanted to see Scooby-Doo, especially because that was already made and like well reported. Everybody that saw Batgirl said it was not good, and not worth putting in a movie theater. And of course, there's plenty of bad movies that get put out every year, but especially at the time it was being made, it would have oversaturated us with stuff people weren't asking for. I think Batgirl is more akin to Supergirl right now than anything. And hey, we love these characters, and they are great characters. They are great characters, and there's ways to tell their stories. But if you're not focusing on Batman and you're not focusing on Superman primarily, what are you doing? Get Wonder Woman in here. Like do this. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid.
I don't know. They just can't seem to figure out how to do DC. It's annoying.
Which
to me, like the best they've done is the newest Superman movie.
Agreed. That and the Shazam movie, I think, are like in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I forget about Shazam. The first one, yep.
Yeah, not the second one. Fury of the Gods had some Fury of the Gods being put into the film.
Yeah. Well, I know Helen Mirren's in it, but that's it.
Yeah, Helen Mirren got a paycheck. Her, Lucy Liu, and
exactly.
Rachel Zegler just
she's at the age now where it's like, I already got all my acolytes. I just am doing this to make money now. Yeah.
We might be out of here in just a second.
Yeah.
Do you want to see how truly bad it is? Yeah. And you know, I'm
I don't
sure
need
Brendan
to pay
Fraser
for
and
all
Michael
this.
Keaton did okay.
I'll wait until it's on streaming. So.
But yeah, that one's not one that I'm remotely interested in, and never have been.
I even watch
it with Zaslav's axe on that one. Now, Coyote versus Acme and Scoob, come on, let the kids have their things. Especially when Scoob was going sci-fi with it, like they were getting into like how Scooby-Doo is like part Anunnaki in a way. Like that's interesting. That's cool sci-fi stuff. Scooby-Doo has been inherently sci-fi and supernatural for a long time. Let the kids have fun, you know. Blood Farmer's back. Where's the Stanleys? Well, that was funny. Also, this was a good idea earlier. I did star this, and I'd love to do that at some point. That would be a fun thing to do at some point.
Yeah.
If we're between shows, between movies, between dystopian sci-fi things happening, we have gone back and watched old things. Hey! We need them both to reply at the same time. Okay, y'all both type in the letter S. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send. It'll take a few seconds for us to pop in. Oh, they said F instead of S. Okay. Oh. Okay, we're good. Two separate folks. We're good now. The theory has been dismantled, but it was a great theory, David, because you never know. But no, this has been a damn good stream. We've been talking and just hanging out for even longer, just goofing off. But we are 5 minutes away, or less than 5 minutes away now, from 2 hours. Parallel worlds now. He's clever. He's using 2 devices. Incursions incoming. Doomsday is here, or should we call it Doomsday? Because we know it's all about Dune that day. Dune's going to make some cash, but Dune is going to be... I hope it's good. They are changing stuff from that story as well, and they have been, but we shall see. We shall see. It's not hard. 2 browsers and an Android app. Oh my God.
Just want to perpetuate the theory.
Don't. But all right, this has been the Radical Wasteland podcast. We've had a lot of fun talking about PK, LK, CH, Colin Hanks, PS for per Stinson there, and of course Helen of Troy.
Yep.
It's been great. Y'all know we love and appreciate y'all, and this has been a really fun stream. We're so excited for more Silo. We hope y'all are, because we're going to be talking about it. And we'll get to the Dog Stars, and we'll get to Stuart Fails to Save the Universe as time continues. But all that being said, thank you once again. Stay cosmic, SciTrekkers. And we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Adios.